Okay, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So today we are going to see about assertive to interrogative sentence. And while converting assertive sentence into interrogative sentence, we will simply do, means what we will do, that we will take our verb first. Okay, then the assertive sentence which we have uh, taken here, that is, there is nothing better than honesty. Okay, there is nothing better than honesty. So we will simply take the verb first, and after that the subject, and rest of the sentence, in the sense either your object or your extension, we will take it at the end of the sentence. So our sentence will be like this. Our verb is, okay, is, then our subject is there, THERE, is there. See, here is anything, here is nothing. So nothing is converted into anything. Nothing will be converted into anything. Is there anything better than honesty? So the answer of our question is there anything better than honesty? And at the end of the sentence, we will put question mark. So it will become as an interrogative sentence. Our next question is, it was a great sight. It is assertive sentence, and we have to convert it into interrogative. So what is our subject here? What is our subject here? It. It is our subject. Was is our verb, and a great sight is either your our object, or we can say extension, but it is an object. So what we will do, we will take verb first, and we know our verb is here was it a great, GREAT, great sight. Okay, and after that we will simply put our question mark. So in this way we can convert assertive sentence into interrogative sentence. That converting assertive sentence into interrogative is not a big task, and definitely it is quite easy, but still we will see whether you understood it or not. Okay, let me go to the next slide for seeing some examples of assertive to interrogative. I hope that everyone you are getting it. Okay. Our next sentence is, Raju could hear his watch ticking. Raju could hear his watch ticking. So here in this sentence, means in every sentence we have to take our verb first, and if there is no verb in the sense your auxiliary verb, then we can use do, does and did according to the main verb of the sentence. If there is no auxiliary verb, in our sentence, then we can use do, does and did according to the main verb of the sentence. But here we have could as our verb. So we will start this sentence with the word could, C-O-U-L and D. Could, then subject is Raju. Could Raju and rest of the sentence will remain as it is. Okay. So could Raju hear his watch ticking? Could Raju hear his watch ticking? And after that we have to put question mark. Our next sentence is Seema was upset with Raju. Seema was upset with Raju. Can anyone tell me the answer of this question? Just raise your hand and put your mic on. Yes, yes, Narayan. Yes, Narayan.
Oh, sir. Was Seema upset with Raju?
Right. So we have to enter the subject in the place of verb and verb in the place of subject. Means there is nothing to do more than this. So our sentence will be like, was Seema upset with Raju? And here we have to put question mark without fail. Okay. Then our next sentence is, they will attend the college. Who will answer the question? They will attend the college. Yes. Once again, who will? Yes, Ankita. What we have to do is there, we have to find out auxiliary verb. Okay, we have to find out auxiliary verb and subject. We have to take auxiliary verb. We have to start our sentence with the help of auxiliary verb. Then we have to take the subject of the sentence, and rest of the sentence will be remain as it is. So our sentence will be like this: will they attend the college? Will they attend the college? So we will start here with the auxiliary verb will. Okay. Then we have taken here the subject of the sentence, that is they. So will they attend the college? So it is very simple task, but still it should be understood. Otherwise we will definitely get confused. Then our next sentence is, they were impressed with his performance. Who will answer? Saurav.
Were they impressed with his performance?
Right. Were they impressed with his performance? We have to interchange the auxiliary verb in the place of subject and the subject in the place of auxiliary verb, and at the end of the sentence we have simply put our interrogation mark. Then our next sentence is, he can solve the problem. The students who have not understood these 8, I will solve this sentence for you. What we have to do, we have to simply find the auxiliary verb in our sentence. Here the auxiliary or model auxiliary, we can say. Here the model auxiliary verb is can. Okay, so we should start our sentence with our either our auxiliary verb or our model verb. Okay, so here the model verb can is there. Okay, so we will start this sentence with the model auxiliary verb can. Then we have to simply take the subject, whatever subject in our sentence is, that subject we will have to take here. So our sentence will be, can he, then we should mention the rest of the part of our sentence. So the rest of the part is, solve these Please put your mic on mute mode. This problem means what we will have to do, we will have to simply identify, or we will have to simply search, we will have to simply take the either our auxiliary verb or model auxiliary verb. Then we have to take the subject of the sentence, and rest of the rest of the part of our sentence we have to take latter. So our sentence will be, can he solve his problem? ज्यांना समजलं नाही त्यांना पुन्हा एकदा सांगतो की आपलं जे कोणतं वाक्य असेल, फॉर एक्झाम्पल इथं आपलं वाक्य आहे ही कॅन सॉल्व्ह हिज प्रॉब्लेम. याच्यामध्ये त्या वाक्यामध्ये सर्वात पहिले आपलं सब्जेक्ट ओळखायचा आणि ऑक्झिलरी व्हर्ब किंवा मॉडेल ऑक्झिलरी व्हर्ब. जे आपलं वाक्यामध्ये ऑक्झिलरी व्हर्ब असेल किंवा मॉडेल ऑक्झिलरी व्हर्ब असेल ते मॉडेल ऑक्झिलरी व्हर्ब किंवा ऑक्झिलरी व्हर्बने वाक्याची सुरुवात करायची. इथं कॅन आहे म्हणून आपण इथं आपल्या वाक्याची सुरुवात कॅनने केली. म्हणजे असर्टिव्ह टू इंट्रॉगेटिव्ह करत असताना आपण वाक्याची सुरुवात कॅनने केली. त्याच्यानंतर सब्जेक्ट आहे आपला ही, बरोबर आहे, सब्जेक्ट आहे आपला ही. त्या ही ला मग नंतर आपण म्हणजे सहाय्यकारी क्रियापदाला सब्जेक्टच्या जागेवर घेतलं, सब्जेक्टला सहाय्यकारी क्रियापदाच्या जागेवर घेतलं, आणि जे रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ड्स आहेत आपल्या वाक्यामध्ये ते रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ड्स आपण म्हणजे सब्जेक्टच्या नंतर म्हणजे अगोदर सर्वात पहिले ऑक्झिलरी व्हर्ब किंवा मॉडेल ऑक्झिलरी व्हर्ब घेतलं, नंतर सब्जेक्ट घेतलं, आणि सब्जेक्टच्या नंतरचा जो पार्ट आहे आपल्या वाक्याचा तो पार्ट जसाच्या तसा ठेवला. त्याला तुम्ही आपलं काय म्हणतो आपण ऑब्जेक्ट म्हणा किंवा एक्सटेन्शन म्हणा, तो पार्ट आपण जसाच्या तसा ठेवतो. मला असं वाटते सर्वांना समजलं असेल. आय विल गो फर्दर while clearing all these things. Okay, we will move towards our next slide. Did everyone get it? सर्वांना समजलं का? Yes, no, don't know. You can chat with me. Okay, you can chat your answers. Yes. Okay, I have got a response from Seema Chauhan. She has got it. Okay, no issue. Our next sentence is Ashish plays cricket. Okay, here in this sentence, as I have already told you, we have to find out our auxiliary verb. So is there any auxiliary verb in our sentence? No, there is no auxiliary verb. Ashish is yes, Ashish is the subject of the sentence, plays is verb, and cricket is object. So in this sentence or in such type of a sentence, what we have to do is that we have to simply identify our main verb. Okay, so here in this sentence our main verb is plays. Okay, but our main verb is play, but we have suffixed, we have attached here a suffix yes, because our subject is Ashish and that subject is third person singular. That's why we have used here plays. Okay, we have attached the suffix yes to the verb play, so it becomes plays. Ashish plays cricket. So when there is simple present tense, when there is simple present tense, then we can start our interrogative sentence with do. Okay, see, when there is simple present tense, then we can start our sentence with do. But if that main verb is attached with a suffix yes, then we must take does. Okay, we must take does. Then after that we have to simply take our subject, and our subject, as we all know, is Ashish. Okay. Then main verb. See, then we have to use our main verb, because we have only taken here yes. Okay, the suffix yes in do, that is that has become as does, and in the last of the sentence we can use the object of our sentence, and that object is cricket. So the interrogative sentence of this assertive will become as does Ashish play cricket. म्हणजे बघा याच्यामध्ये काय केलं आपण, याच्यामध्ये सहाय्यकारी क्रियापद आहे का, नाही आहे. मग मुख्य क्रियापद कोणतं आहे, प्लेज आहे. प्लेज का आहे, प्लेजला यस हा जो सफिक्स आहे, हा सफिक्स आपण का लावला, कारण की आपल्या वाक्याचा जो कर्ता आहे किंवा जो सब्जेक्ट आहे तो सब्जेक्ट आहे आशिष, आणि आशिष हा थर्ड पर्सन सिंग्युलर आहे. मग आतापर्यंत जे वाक्य पाहिले त्याच्यामध्ये सिंग्युलर नव्हतं का, त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा सिंग्युलर होतं, परंतु त्या वाक्यांमध्ये असर्टिव्ह सेंटेन्सच्या वाक्यांमध्ये काय होतं, सहाय्यकारी क्रियापद होते. आतापर्यंत आपण पाहिलेलं आहे, वॉज होतं, वेअर होतं, त्याच्यानंतर इज होतं, बरोबर आहे, कॅन होतं. त्याच्यामुळे आपण आतापर्यंत डू ने किंवा डज ने सुरुवात केली नाही. परंतु या वाक्यामध्ये तुमच्या सहाय्यकारी क्रियापद नसल्यामुळे आपण त्याची सुरुवात डू ने केली होती. आणि मी तुम्हाला अगोदर सांगितल्याप्रमाणे जेव्हा आपल्या वाक्यामध्ये कोणतंही सहाय्यकारी क्रियापद नसतात, असे आपले दोनच वाक्य असतात, दोनच टेन्स असतात. ते म्हणजे एक म्हणजे सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स, ज्याची सुरुवात आपल्याला डू किंवा डज ने करायची, आणि दुसरं म्हणजे सिंपल पास्ट टेन्स. या दोनच टेन्स मध्ये आपले कोणतेही सहाय्यकारी क्रियापदाचा आपण वापर करत नाही. आणि म्हणून हे जे वाक्य आहे तुमचं, हे वाक्य कशाचं आहे, सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स, बरोबर आहे. सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्सचं वाक्य असल्यामुळे जेव्हा तुमचं वाक्य सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स असेल तेव्हा तुमच्या वाक्याची सुरुवात डू किंवा डज ने करा. तुमच्या वाक्याची सुरुवात डू नेच करायची आहे, परंतु तुमच्या वाक्यामध्ये जो तुमचा व्हर्ब असतो त्या व्हर्बला यस किंवा इयस लागलं असेल तर मात्र त्याची सुरुवात डज ने करा. आणि जर तुमचं वाक्य सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स आहे आणि त्याच्यामध्ये म्हणजे तुमच्या व्हर्बला यस किंवा इयस हा प्रत्यय लावलेला नसेल तर मात्र त्याची सुरुवात डू ने करा. परंतु इथं प्लेला यस हे सफिक्स आपण वापरलेला आहे, म्हणून आपलं वाक्याचं उत्तर काय झालेलं आहे, असर्टिव्ह सेंटेन्स टू इंटरोगेटिव्ह सेंटेन्स, डज आशिष प्ले क्रिकेट. काय झालेलं आहे, म्हणजे सर्वात अगोदर आपण ऑक्झिलरी व्हर्ब घेतलं, त्याच्यानंतर ठरल्याप्रमाणे आपण सब्जेक्ट घेतला. सब्जेक्ट आहे तुमचा आशिष, बरोबर आहे ना, सब्जेक्ट आहे तुमचा आशिष. त्याच्यानंतर घेतला आपण मेन व्हर्ब, म्हणजे तुमच्या वाक्याची सुरुवात अशा पद्धतीने झालेली आहे. सुरुवातीला आपण ए डॉट व्ही डॉट, ओके, त्याच्यानंतर प्लस तुमचा सब्जेक्ट प्लस मेन व्हर्ब, ओके, आणि प्लस त्याच्यानंतर एकतर ऑब्जेक्ट असेल किंवा त्याला आपण एक्सटेन्शन म्हणतो, बरोबर आहे. तो ऑब्जेक्ट असतो, कधी कधी ऑब्जेक्ट असूनही वाक्यामध्ये जो शिल्लक पार्ट असतो त्याला आपण एक्सटेन्शन म्हणतो. डिड यू गेट इट, समजलं तुम्हाला. डज आशिष प्ले क्रिकेट, ओके 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 ओके. म्हणजे सर्वात पहिले आपण ऑक्झिलरी व्हर्ब घेतलं, ते डज आहे, त्याच्यानंतर सब्जेक्ट घेतला जो की आशिष आहे, त्याच्यानंतर मेन व्हर्ब घेतलं जो की प्ले आहे. आपला मेन व्हर्ब काय आहे, प्ले आहे. त्याच्यानंतर ऑब्जेक्ट घेतला जो की क्रिकेट आहे. ओके, शॉल वी मूव फॉरवर्ड, जायचं पुढे आपण. ओके, we will see our next sentence. They are doing their homework. Who will answer the question? They are doing their homework. Who will answer? Narayan. Yes, anyone
हाँ,
can.
sir.
Are
sir.
they doing their homework? What will be the answer? Are they doing their homework? When there is auxiliary verb in your auxiliary verb or model auxiliary verb in your sentence, then there is no need to worry. We have to simply put that auxiliary verb at the start of our sentence, and rest of the sentence will be as it is. Means we have to interchange auxiliary verb into subject, and in place of subject, and subject in the place of our auxiliary verb. But in our next sentence is he completed the work. So what will we do now? We have to find out whether there is auxiliary verb or modal auxiliary verb. There is no auxiliary verb. Yes, there is no auxiliary verb, and the tense of our sentence is which one? Simple past. See here.
Past tense.
Yes, simple past. That is not past, we can say simple past. Okay.
Simple past.
Yes, right. He completed the work. Here is ed. See, here is ed. That is why that is simple past. But in the previous sentence,
Past
we
tense.
have seen there was only yes was there. There was not ed.
Yes.
That's why we had started that sentence with does. See here.
Does.
Okay, but here there is V2, means there is second part of the complete. Okay, V2 means क्रियापदाचं दुसरं रूप आहे तिथं. बरोबर आहे. म्हणून त्या वाक्याची सुरुवात आपण कशाने करणार आहोत? We will start that sentence with did. Right. Did. And after that we will take the subject of our sentence he, and after that what is the main verb? Complete. Okay,
Complete.
we will not use completed because we have already used here did. That's why we will not use completed here. Instead of that we have to use complete, not completed. Did he complete the work? Right. And at the last of the sentence we have to put the mark of our interrogation. Okay, so our sentence will be like this: did he complete the work? And the main part in our sentence, in our assertive to interrogative, is that means when there is no auxiliary verb and no modal auxiliary verb, then we must start our sentence with do, does, or did. We have already seen about do and does here in Ashish Plays Cricket, and we have seen about did in he completed the work. म्हणजे सर्वात महत्वाचं काय आहे की महत्वाचं हेच आहे की वाक्यामध्ये जर तुमचं सहाय्यकारी क्रियापद नसेल किंवा मॉडल ऑक्झिलरी व्हर्ब नसेल तर मात्र आपल्या वाक्याची सुरुवात आपण डू, डज किंवा डीड ने करायला पाहिजे. आणि जेव्हा तुमचं सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स असते तेव्हा तुमच्या वाक्याची सुरुवात तुम्ही डू किंवा डज ने करायची. डू ने सुरुवात केव्हा करायची? जर वाक्याला यस किंवा इयस हा प्रत्यय लागलेला नसेल तर त्या वाक्याची सुरुवात डू ने करायची. जर वाक्याची सुरुवात वाक्याच्या क्रियापदामध्ये जर यस किंवा इयस हा जो सफिक्स लागलेला असेल तर मात्र आपल्या वाक्याची सुरुवात आपण डज ने करायची. आणि जर आपल्या वाक्यात मध्ये असलेलं जे मेन व्हर्ब राहते ते मेन व्हर्बला ईडी लागलेला असेल किंवा सेकंड फॉर्म असेल, व्हर्बचा तो सेकंड फॉर्म असेल तर मात्र त्या वाक्याची सुरुवात डीड ने करायची. आय होप दॅट ऑल द स्टुडंट्स हॅव गॉट all these things. Okay, our next sentence is Asmita went to market. What will be the answer of this question? Who will tell me? कोण सांगते?
Did Asmita go to market?
Right. Did Asmita go to market? Okay.
Market.
Yes. Did Asmita go to market? We will move towards next slide. Tanish takes tea. Who will answer the question? Narayan. Narayan, Abhijit, Saurabh, Ankita, Doni,
Sir,
Ankita.
सांगू
Sir,
Yes, yes,
done.
yes. Anyone can tell me.
does
Does
Tanish
Tanish take
take tea?
Take tea.
Right. Does Tanish
Does
take tea?
Tanish take
See,
tea?
here is Tanish is third person singular, and moreover that sentence is simple present tense. Okay, here is we have attached suffix yes, that's why we have started here with does. Otherwise we have to start that sentence with do. Okay, so that's why we have started that sentence with the with our verb does. Does Tanishk take tea? Okay, our next sentence is Ankush reads English newspaper. Who will tell? Who will answer?
Does Ankush read English newspaper?
Yes,
Does
does Ankush
Ankush
read
read
English newspaper? It was a good
Newspaper.
idea. It was a good idea. Yes, anyone can tell.
Was it a good
Was it a good
Was it a
idea?
good idea?
Right. Was it a good idea? They were watching television. What
Were
will
they
be?
watching television?
Right. Were they watching television?
They watching television.
Watching
Right, right.
television.
Okay. Our next sentence is we are taking breakfast. What will be the answer? Are we taking
Are we
breakfast?
taking
Right. Are we
breakfast?
taking breakfast? But at the end of the sentence, we have to put we have to put interrogation mark. Okay. He has read a novel. He has read a novel. What will be the answer?
Has he read a novel?
Has he read a
Read.
novel?
Okay. That the spelling of our word read will be read, R-E-A-D, but only the pronunciation will be changed when
Read.
there is our V2 or V3, means second form or third form will be there, then we can pronounce as read. Then our next sentence is they have attended the lecture. Who will answer?
Have they attained the
They
lecture?
attend the lecture.
Have they attended the lecture? Now
Attend.
here is have. That's why we have to use attended as our third form. Okay, third form of the verb. Then our next sentence is he lives with parents. Sorry, he lives with his.
Does he live
Does he live with his parents? Does he
with
live
his parents?
with his parents? Okay. Then our last sentence is she can speak English. She can speak
Can
English.
she speak English?
Can she speak English? Okay.
English.
Okay, okay, okay. So I hope that you all have understood about these. Okay. Definitely you will get it understood. I hope that. And here